Welcome back to the Whirlpool, where fibs and fabrications are pulled under and drowned. I'm Michael Worley. The first thing I'd like to do is offer an apology to all of you who purchased tickets to TraditioCon this past weekend, hoping to attend my talk. As you know, I had been promised the coveted 4 p.m. slot on Saturday. As you may also know, the 3 p.m. slot was given to a late addition to the convention, my brother Noah, who also happens to be a cardinal in the One True Church. Due to a lengthy and, in my opinion, overly appreciative Q&A session, Noah's presentation exceeded his designated time slot and eventually took up most of mine as well. The organizers of TraditioCon, who saw no need to moderate Noah's talk to keep to their schedule, decided, for the sake of that same schedule, to eliminate my presentation. Well, that's just fine with me, you snakes! Because of you and my spotlight-hungry brother, the world will now be deprived of the speech I had planned to give. I have it written. I was prepared to deliver it as scheduled, as promised. But now, it will never see the light of day, and that's on you. Yes, I could give the speech right now, but that wouldn't be fair to those who paid to see it. True, I could record the speech and share the video with people who send me proof of purchase of their TraditioCon tickets, but I assume most people who purchase tickets to see me have already demanded and received refunds, which means if I share my speech with them, they'd essentially be getting it for free, and I'm not going to let you deadbeats chisel me!
Discover the wisdom, the authority, and the power of our Heavenly Father as no one else can teach it. Join the one and only Archbishop Fulton J. Worley, whose memory lives forever in our hearts, for classic episodes of his timeless series, World of Love. Sundays at noon on WOTC Channel 67.
You know the worst part? The worst part is being betrayed by my own flesh and blood. I shouldn't be surprised. Noah issued from the corrupted womb of my mother. I can only assume he inherited all of her duplicity and vindictiveness and insatiable, grasping ambition, which is why I, the younger brother, thankfully lack those traits. Saturday was supposed to be my time, but Noah took it for himself. I know our Heavenly Father tells us we are to forgive those who wrong us. But this is something I'm not sure I can forgive. Besides, the sinner must show remorse before the sinnee can offer forgiveness, and when I spoke with Noah after his presentation, he was anything but repentant. A priest of God's church must be accessible to God's people, he told me, in that infuriatingly amiable way he has. But I rose above it. Contrary to what some of you may have heard, I did not lunge at my brother, and I was not dragged out of the building by security. Fake news! I stepped forward in order to offer my brother a respectful handshake, which he did not deserve, and tripped. Instead of catching me, my brother stepped aside and allowed me to collapse onto the floor. The members of security merely helped me up and escorted me outside in order to protect me from the well-meaning but potentially crushing crowd of concerned onlookers. And as long as I'm addressing false reports related to my conduct at TraditioCon, here are a few more corrections. I did not shove an old nun down the stairs. She was 46, and she was in my way as I was returning to my booth in Apostles Alley from lunch. I merely nudged her, gently but firmly, out of the way. I didn't see how close she was standing to the staircase, the carpeted staircase, until it was too late. I did not block the ambulance. The emergency vehicle zone outside the complex was not clearly marked, and I had been parked there since I arrived that morning, long before that nun fell down the stairs, so this one doesn't even make sense. I did not inappropriately touch convention-goers who visited me at my table. Each of the people now complaining paid for a picture with me. And when someone pays me for a service, I feel obligated to give them their money's worth. That means the full Worley experience. My right arm around their shoulders, my left arm reaching up to brush back their hair, words of affirmation whispered softly into their ear, things like, "Jesus thinks you're beautiful and so do I," or I'll be in my room after 6 if you want someone to pray with, all of which were perfectly innocent, and nobody complained at the time, so... There is so much more false gossip about my alleged conduct at TraditioCon that I don't have time to address each rumor in detail. In brief, I did not maliciously pull a fire alarm on my way out of the building Saturday. On a related note, I'm quite certain it is a violation of building codes to place light switches and fire alarms that close together. My alleged exclamation of "Keep your godless hands off of me, you filthy heathen," was in no way meant to disparage the Monsignor. The craft services table in the speaker's lounge was already turned over when I got there, and even if it wasn't, so what? Did not Christ himself flip tables when he found himself in a corrupt marketplace? There is no connection between the profane graffiti discovered at the convention complex's south entrance Sunday morning and the cans of spray paint found by police during an illegal search of my car, and no one will ever prove that there is, because the colored stains on my hands were the spray from the fire alarm, which I explained previously. And I have no idea what happened to those squirrels, but I had nothing to do with it. For the Whirlpool, I'm Michael Worley.